Yo, what's up, baby? Welcome back to another episode from the sideline. I'm your host, Troy, and this is the boys. I mean, I'm back with the boys. This is the boys. I'm back with the boys, and we got Shishi in the house. How you doing, Shishi?
I'm doing good. I'm good.
She says she's ready for these spicy takes today, man. We got Moolich back in the house. What's up, Moo? How you feeling today, baby?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Feeling pretty good, dog. It's a basketball Monday, man.
It's a basketball Monday. OT, how you feeling, baby?
I feel great, man. Fun day Monday. Yeah.
Monday. We got Mr. DJ himself in the house himself. What's up, DJ? I knew that was going to happen, but I was prepared for it. DJ is getting home, so let's give him a second, and when he gets here, I'm sure he'll say what's up to you guys. But if you are tuning in, you're watching on YouTube, man, don't forget to hit the sub button if you ain't sub to us, man. A lot of you guys are watching, and you ain't hitting that sub button. Hit that sub button, hit the like button, and hit the bell button, and push all notifications so you get notified when we go live, when we post videos, when we post shorts, stuff like that. I'm gonna start including all our links to our audio, stuff like that, in the links to the videos. So you guys, if you don't want to watch the video and you do want to just listen to the audio, we're on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We just got our iHeartRadio. So yeah, let's do it. Let's keep it going, you know. But who just dropped out and got their GED?
DJ did.
Yeah, DJ just dropped out and got his GED. I think he just got home and he's gonna switch over to his laptop. But you know, the big topic that we got to start with today, you know, my boy Joel Embiid, you know, leading for MVP, and I know you guys.
Joel the process.
Hey, you talked about this last week. Not really. You know how it goes. Sometimes we say a topic, we're going to talk about this, and that conversation leads somewhere else. But today we're going to talk about Joel Embiid and MVP because I believe he deserves it. Just like I believe he deserved it 2 years ago, and maybe even last year.
Hey, I believe he deserved it last year.
And we should be talking about another guy in the chance of winning 3 straight. That's
at least back to back for me.
So, what are you guys' thoughts on me feeling like Embiid should be this season's MVP?
Well, agreed. Me and you have always been stout on this. I've always felt like Joel was the MVP. When it comes to building your team around a center, me and you kind of have the same values as like what we want our center to do. Even though we both believe that Jokic is great in his own art, that's not what we want our center to do. That's not how we want to build around our team around a specific center or a specific piece. So I believe Joel should have gotten it last year, honestly. But if not last year, he definitely deserves it this year. Jokic got one more time to get swept in the first round for me. That to me, as an MVP, that's unacceptable. But you know, to each his own, man. You're people are gonna see it their way, but yeah, I had Joel last year and I got him this year.
You know, I ain't calling on nobody, so if you got something to say,
even though he lost to my Warriors, he got 46, but he still lost to my Warriors. Shout out to
I'm getting to that part, but I just want to say
I know you was gonna rub that in eventually. I agree with Lou. I thought Joel Embiid should have been MVP last year. I campaigned for it all on Facebook and everything, and it's a shame that he got robbed last year. And Joker should not have been a back-to-back MVP. I agree he should have won the first year he won, but he's going to build a reputation soon if he don't start winning of being another James Harden, and I would hate for that to happen.
I think Embiid definitely deserves the MVP this year. I do think he deserved it a couple of years ago, but at the same time, I'm saying this. I don't want to. But them 2 years, you know, Nikola was doing some crazy stuff. So it's like Nikola deserved it too.
Won it. Jokic won it last year being the 6th seed.
True. But wasn't he going crazy like with the analytical stats or something?
Hey.
Analytically?
There's a lot of guys that we could go back and be like, analytically, they were going
true. That's true.
MVP.
That's true. But do you
being one of them?
My brother my brother was talking to me, and he asked, "Do you think if Embiid, not to say Embiid don't deserve it, I don't know," but then he was like, "Would it be a pity award and like them just give it to Embiid because
Embiid's going crazy." All right, so when you walk up to a guy like Draymond, right, 4-time champion, know he's the heart of Golden State, and you tell him, right? You told me, and you said Joker was the hardest person to guard in the league. I took that person. That showed you, like, nah, he's working. He's going to bust it. He's going to get it every night. And Jokic has been, not Jokic, Embiid has been doing it every night. I'm not saying Jokic had it, but Embiid has been doing it every night.
Mm-hmm.
And just for people to look like, and Jokic is averaging a triple-double, like, that doesn't take away from what Embiid is doing, like.
Of course.
It doesn't take away what Embiid was doing 2 years ago. Even though we didn't win the first year, and there's a reason why he didn't win it. And last year probably the only year I said Jokic should have one. It should be Embiid, Jokic, and this year should be Embiid again. Or if you want to argue Jokic, but Embiid should have one of those two. And I don't think it's a pity award at all. Look at what he's doing. He's been averaging like 40 points in his last 12 games. Like, right now, when it counts, like when it matters the most, he's going crazy. Like, go ahead, OT.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to 1v4, unfortunately. Jokic is my guy. So I'm gonna rep my guy. I've held this stance all year. I held it 2 years ago. I held it last year. Jokic is the MVP, in my personal opinion. Look, Embiid's amazing. What he's doing is historical. He's one of the greatest 5 scorers, like at the 5, like in terms of a center. One of the greatest scorers from that position of all time. He's one of the best rim protectors in basketball. And he's very valuable to the Philadelphia 76ers ever since he got drafted, once he started healing up, okay? And I'm not taking away that at all. I believe he won the scoring title last year. He most likely will again this year. Lillard just got shut down. Luka's, he's not doing what he does. So Embiid will win the scoring title. And does he deserve it? Like, is he good enough? Not good. Is he fantastic enough to get it? Yeah. But you can be so good, you can be so fantastic, and then still not be what Jokic is. And the efficiency.
Why do you have to amount it to what Jokic is? Like
because he's been better. I mean, he's been more valuable to the Denver Nuggets.
If both teams are healthy, and you remove Embiid and Jokic, which team goes further?
Philly. 100%.
Mm-hmm. You're saying that because James Harden's there, but that would mean James Harden. That would mean James Harden is the number one option, and I don't know what that person looks like anymore.
I mean, he's still.
Yeah, as a number 2 now.
Well, because we haven't seen him, it's not. I don't think it's fair though.
Right, I'm not saying that he can't do it, but
you can do it more. Jamal Murray can.
Well, don't forget Michael Porter Jr. That guy is very efficient.
Just like Tyrese Maxey. Like, I mean, like it's not. Like Denver's coached very well, and Jokic is in a good spot. He's in a good spot, and as a reference to the getting swept in the first round, Jokic hasn't had said Jamal Murray in a handful of years. It's the first year, and Michael Porter Jr. was banged up as well, so that has to be put into play. And in terms of making it far in the playoffs, Embiid really hasn't. Jokic has made it further than Embiid has. I mean, Embiid's never touched a conference finals appearance. Not saying he choked, but out the way. Back to this year. What Jokic is doing has never from the 5. It's never been done before since like Wilt. In terms of the passing, Jokic might be the best passing big man ever.
It's the nostalgia. We were saying this about him last year. We taking those same qualities into him being the MVP this year again.
He's the most valuable. I mean, what he does to make everyone better, it's what LeBron does. But Jokic is doing it with severely less talent than LeBron ever played with. Michael Blow is a great coach. They go 12, 13 players deep. They deserve respect. Players not named Jokic deserve respect. But what Jokic is doing in terms of a playmaking perspective, he's not a bad defender. People make it seem like he's a horseshit defender. No, he's not an elite defender, but he's not a bad defender. Jokic is like 6th or 7th in the league in defensive rating. He's the best in the league in offensive rating. And his usage is not as high as Embiid's is. And he's still shooting around 60% from the field. Like, Embiid's been fantastic. I think he deserves so much credit. And if he wins the award, I'm not mad. I wouldn't have gotten mad if he won it last year either. But it depends. Both guys deserve it. I would give it to Jokic because I value the playmaking. I value just being valuable as a true basketball player. But what Embiid does is still like amazing. I'm not gonna like get mad at Embiid myself.
So Jokic last year, 27, 14 and 8. This year, 25, 11 and 9. That wouldn't be a drop off.
No.
Slightly, yeah. I would say it's
You're
slightly.
giving up points to Murray. You're giving up points to Murray because Murray didn't play last year.
I'm not giving no points up to Murray. He's only giving up 2 points. He's not taking
as many shots.
He's only giving up 2 points. He's not taking that many shots. He's taking 2 less shots.
Okay, 2 less. Okay, fine. Well, it's not. You can't. So you're saying that's a drop off? He's playing perfect. Like I don't.
He's playing good. I'm not knocking his game. I'm not knocking his game. I'm just saying. You feel? I'm just saying.
Because Embiid doesn't give you what Jokic does.
Embiid is 33, 10, and 4.
He's got the numbers. Yeah, he's got the numbers.
10
but he doesn't
20, 33, 10, and 4. I don't think that's
that
far apart. And I can understand why you would say Jokic passing, but it's like I'm tired of hearing it. It's like it's nothing new. We know what that value is. Like we know what it brings already. Like so that's the case. Every year he's good in passing. We should just give him MVP.
It's more than Embiid. I mean, I'm fine with Giannis winning it too.
It's not more than Embiid because Embiid. Where's Embiid in defensive ranking? Where's Embiid going to finish in all defensive, the all defensive teams or all defense player of the year?
He'll finish higher. Yeah, I mean his build. He's a better defender. I never said he wasn't. He's a better rim protector.
100%, but that's going to go into him getting it too.
It's definitely a factor. I just value Jokic's playmaking more. And Jokic is still a good defender. Like if Jokic was like a garbage defender, I would 100% agree. And it's Embiid's award.
He's 100%. Defender.
He's not a bad defender. I mean, he deserves more.
Bad defender.
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. Come on.
But he's a bad defender.
He's not a bad defender.
And even in the 2, they had 2 matchups this year, right?
Okay.
And who cooked who?
I mean, Embiid played very well down the stretch, matching up. Yeah.
Who cooked who? I just want to know who cooked who.
They play tonight, by the way.
They do, but Embiid's not playing.
Embiid's not playing, but they do play tonight.
Embiid's not playing because they want him. They doing the right thing. They try and keep him fresh for the playoffs.
Which is smart because he did get hurt in the playoffs.
Going in, you know he's been injured going into the playoffs, so you definitely want to keep that man healthy going in.
Also, the thing is too about you talked about the defense. The Nuggets. I don't know if you watched a lot of Nuggets games. They drop off so bad when Jokic goes to the bench, defensively and offensively.
Yes, because they depend on that man to do everything on the court. If you have more guys that you could relegate that stuff to, then it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't be that big of a drop off when he leaves the court.
And they don't need Embiid for that many minutes. That's my point.
Yes, they do.
Not like Jokic.
Yes, they do.
They're okay with. No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying he's not valuable. You can't compare that.
No, they need the Sixers need him just as much as the Nuggets need Jokic. No, I'm joking.
You would rather have the Denver unit without Jokic than the Philly unit without Embiid.
No, I mean because James Harden's there, I'm inclined to take the Philly.
Actually, yes.
I'm not blaming them.
But I'm inclined to take the Philly. But no, I think the Nuggets because they have a lot more camaraderie there. I don't know. I think the Nuggets will fare well without Jokic. I think both teams not going to be that good without it. I don't think James Harden can carry that team. I don't think the pieces are on that team are around James Harden. The pieces are around Embiid, not James Harden. James Harden is a cog in that machine. He isn't the machine. Embiid is the machine.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
So if you take Embiid out, you don't got no machine. Now you just got cogs just sitting around.
Yeah, something.
I mean, how much is something?
More valuable. It's just that
how much
James
is something?
Harden,
if you got $100 and I got 10, I got something. But how much is something?
Philly doesn't really have I don't want to say they don't have a weakness, but like that unit without Embiid, they don't win 50 games. I'm not saying that at all. I don't even know. They might win 40, because I don't really trust that.
Ooh.
But it's still. What do you mean?
Who wins 40 games without who? Hold on.
Philly. I'm saying I don't know if Philly wins 40 games. They have a better chance at winning 40 than the Nuggets do without Jokic.
Better chance.
Than Denver.
That's a fact.
I would agree with that. Better chance. I would agree.
Now the West sucks, so that maybe because the West is so bad this year, maybe that's wrong.
The West isn't bad. They just
Denver does deserve more credit though.
No, 100%. Denver is in my top 4 right now that could win a championship this year.
Okay.
But that don't mean I'm just like head over heels for Joker. I'm like, I'm still going to take Embiid because what he's doing on the floor. Like if you take this 46 point game and he's not himself, they get blown out by Golden State.
I mean, do you mean like a season or like one game?
This game. That's but that's a look into his value. Like that's what we're talking about. Like we could do the same for Jokic. If I take Jokic off of the field when he had a triple-double, they probably lose that game. But what I'm saying is you're going with a guy that's passive. I'm just going to go with the guy that's going to give me offense and still be elite on the defense.
Okay.
Like, and he's doing both of them elite on an elite level right now. And that's why I would give him the edge to be MVP. Because you could be great on one side of the ball. Like Jokic is great on one side of the ball, but Embiid's great on both sides of the ball. And if he's playing that and if he's showing that, then why not be like, yo, that's the MVP. That's the most valuable player right there. If you take him out, that Philly team changes. I think Jamal and MPJ could hold that team down for a period of time if Jokic had to sit out.
I mean, they didn't.
Murray would have to be Bubble Murray.
They never made a playoff push until Jokic started being Jokic. Because when you drafted in the second round,
right? Denver was also a part of it because he was on the bench.
I mean, he was a part. I mean, he averaged like 8. Like he didn't get.
He was a part of it.
They weren't even close to sniffing the playoffs until Jokic. No, and the Sixers sucked too. They
100%.
They tanked for Simmons, but it's just
Nerlens Noel, Jahlil Okafor. None of those guys worked out. Embiid was the third one.
I agree. They're in different spots. Like it just I don't like picking and placing people. I don't like comparing. That's why I don't like the Bron Jordan thing. But that's a whole different thing. But my point is, they're just in different spots. What Jokic is doing, I think, is more impressive in his spot than Embiid in his. But Embiid's right there. Like he's right there. I just prefer Jokic because I prefer the playmaking and impact overall. Even though Embiid's is super high as well.
Anything else to add, guys? Just me and OT over here.
Yeah, I mean, I understand his points. I get it, but as far as value goes, I think I value defense a little bit over playmaking, honestly. And I'm not too sure that the Sixers go further without Embiid than the Nuggets go without Jokic. I honestly think it's about even. Honestly,
about even, right? I think people just look at James Harden and it's just like, all right, you got to put him over the top.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah. No, I just not, and it's not really about it. Just look at the team wise. Like you got James Harden, you got Maxey, you got Tobias Harris whenever he decides to play basketball, and on the other side you have Jamal Murray, you got Michael Porter Jr., you got Aaron Gordon, and then their bench, even though it's young, it's deep as hell. So I would give them honestly around the same odds. Honestly, I would take them. They would both probably get to 40 games around the same time. Honestly, they would both be around that 6, 7, 8, 9 seed, play-in seed around the playoffs when it comes to playoff time.
I mean, just look at what Jordan did for the team last year without those two. Like you take him out of the I understand that, but Murray has played the full year now. Now he's got his feet under you. Somebody said that to me earlier about the MJ that's in '96 when he came back. Because I told him he only played 17 games. He said 17 games is enough for you to get in a rhythm. And I'm like, no, it's not, bro. You have
it's
never
not even half a
touched.
season.
You have never
it's not even a quarter of the season.
Basketball. Let me tell you, I lived in the hood. I got my jaw broken. I had surgery, bro. Me being in basketball and being competitive, it took me a while up here to get settled with. I have to drive to that paint and get hit. I'm gonna have to drive, and somebody's gonna hit me in my mouth. Somebody's gonna hit me, and I had to get over that. It's like, sometimes it's mental, sometimes it's physical. That's what I'm saying. Like 17 games isn't enough to be ready for playoffs. Like it's not. I'm sorry. Like guys that come in and do it, they play well. That's great, but that don't mean they were at 100%. And they would tell you that. No, I wasn't at 100%. I could have did more. I was slow here. I was just like. So I get it, but I don't think I'm with Moose. I don't think they're that far off if you take either Jokic or Embiid off the team. But I do think when you have somebody that helps on the offensive and defensive end, that's going to hurt your team more than just having somebody that helps mostly on the offensive end. Because Embiid to me, helps equally on the defensive end as he does on the offensive end.
Yeah, you can argue that, yeah.
And it's hard to split that and just be like, all right, I'm going to go with this guy because of his passing when this guy does it on both ends of the floor. So he's going to shoot a 3, go down and get me a block and give me another possession. Well, this guy is going to shoot a 3 and then you got to go down and he's getting cooked in the paint.
He's not getting cooked. I wouldn't say cooked. You can't take Embiid. I mean, Embiid's like the second best player in the league. I mean, of course he's going to cook Jokic, but like Jokic deserves a lot more credit defensively. He's not a great defender, but like, he's not a.
He's that's the
He's a
credit
good
I'm
one.
giving him. He's
Come on.
Let's get into the next one. I'm moving some stuff up the dock. Did everybody hear what Mario Chalmers said about LeBron and James?
Scumbag.
Now, I know Zamari talked about this on Thursday's show, Player versus Team. So if you didn't, go check that out. And if you are watching, if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell so you know when we get when we go live, and hit that all notifications. But Mario Chalmers coming out his mouth talking slick about everybody's GOAT, LeBron James, and he basically said nobody feared LeBron. Nobody was like, damn, I got to play against LeBron tonight. Let's start there. What are you guys' thoughts on that? LeBronto.
Okay. This whole thing.
LeBronto was really Toronto. It wasn't.
This whole thing about fear is something that can't be measured, so it's a perspective. So that's where things are getting iffy on this. It's just a perspective. I will say this. I don't know 100% agree with Mario Chalmers because it's kind of in phases of LeBron's career. But I mean, when you hear the stories of Jordan, when people like, hey, they wouldn't even trash talk Jordan, and you watch the game and everybody's trash talking LeBron. I mean, it's kind of hard to disagree with Mario Chalmers on that point.
Last night.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Patrick Beverly is known for trash talking LeBron.
That's Patrick Beverly, Lance Stevenson. I mean, these are guys not necessarily.
That's not fair.
Lance Stevenson took it to a different degree and
blew in that man's ear.
He blew in that man's ear.
That is not
during a playoff game, mind you.
Not fear.
Not only is that not fear, that's disrespect, bro. Because let somebody blow in Jordan or Kobe ear. I promise.
They ain't gonna do it.
Kobe would have probably caught another 2-piece.
No. Oh man.
Kobe
when I heard this,
caught another 2-piece.
I thought it was funny because at some point in time, like there was a fear when you play LeBron. We're not gonna sit here and act like
in Toronto
he wasn't feared amongst some players, right? Like
the Pacers didn't fear LeBron.
Oh well, I mean, they probably didn't fear LeBron, but it's like when you had certain I'm not gonna sit up here and say that nobody feared LeBron. That's weird to say, or that's egregious to say. But it's when you have young players, right? When you just have players, especially when you have LeBron at the peak of his dominance, right? There was for surely players that were scared to play him. I really don't care. I understand Mario Chalmers, he was a teammate, but the man is 6'8", 230, 265, and he runs like a fucking gazelle. You were scared to play him. I don't care what you say, especially if you're a smaller player, right? He can shoot from sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes he plays defense occasionally, right? But he's big and he moves fast, and he can score at a really, really high rate if he really wants to. Not to mention he can pass, and he's really high IQ wise in basketball. You mean to tell me that you're not afraid of that? Somebody who can drive to the basket like a guard and then step out also like a guard, but is as big as a forward. That's just unbelievable. I understand that the level of fear that Jordan had was different because when he left the league, that was literally a sigh of relief. You can go watch the documentaries and how everybody was like, dang, he's gone. There's a chance for us to win now, right? And I understand you compare that to now where people have been winning since LeBron has been in the league. But there are people that fear him as a player, bro. Like when you go up against him one-on-one, you mean to tell me that you're not scared that he's just going to forearm your ass out the way and get to the basket every single time and there ain't nothing you can do about it? Like, stop it, bro. The man has a 68, 70% field goal percentage for a reason. It's because when he comes down the lane, a lot of people move out the way. Why? Because of fear. You're scared. Because once he jumps or once he puts that shoulder down, your ass gonna get ran over. There's not gonna be no offensive call. That's for damn sure, because we know that. So
never.
Like that whole Mario Chalmers, like I get it, but he's been talking crazy since trying to stay relevant for the past few weeks. Because he literally said he had a whole post that he could have hit the wide open three that Chris Bosh decided to pass to Ray Allen. And it's like, bro, stop it. Get out of here, bro. You would have missed. We don't care, Mario Chalmers. You're trying to stay relevant, and it's okay.
Would have definitely made it too, though. I do. Mario Chalmers had the clutch gene, bro. I definitely.
Kansas.
He's missing that, John. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, if I'm Bosch and I get the rebound, Mario Chalmers ain't the first person I'm thinking of if I got Ray Allen over there. I don't care if he's Blake. I'm throwing the ball to Ray Allen. Mario Chalmers, you damn near got to sit down because
you know what though? When you I went back to watch it just because you know what Mario Chalmers said. I went back and watched. I was like, Chris Bosh didn't even see that dude. Chris Bosh rebounded the ball. Didn't even look at what Mario was
looking at.
He was looking for LeBron. He was looking for Ray Allen. Somebody.
Exactly. So it's like you wasn't even an option in that shot. So please stop it. But that whole fear thing, it's like, bro, like there was fear amongst players, even if people feel like LeBron isn't necessarily the most tenacious or doesn't have that Mamba mentality like Kobe or whatever the case may be, or that super competitive edge. There was fear amongst some players playing LeBron. Like it may not have been amongst a Steph Curry or a KD because they felt like they were on par with him. They're on that level, right? Because those are anomalies. But when you look at the regular smuggler players like a Mario Chalmers, there was fear amongst you boys. Stop playing. Because let me get in front of LeBron and check him. Stop playing. And I'm not even a LeBron fan. And I'll tell you, Mario Chalmers, you're not checking LeBron, bro. So there was definitely fear amongst that. You was scared. He was for sure scared. That's why he joined him instead of playing against him. That's why he wanted to be with LeBron. Called and cried for that man for a job. Man, Mario Chalmers, be quiet.
And to just add on top of that, because I agree with all that, he worded it wrong. If he would have worded it like he wasn't as feared as Michael Jordan, we agree with you. But to say no one feared him is idiotic. It's idiotic. He worded it completely wrong. Whoever says they weren't scared of LeBron like as a whole is a complete liar. You can argue, not going to do this because he'll go on for like 3 hours. You can argue he's definitely the greatest of this generation. You can argue he's the greatest of all time. And to say you don't fear him, I guarantee the Warriors going to that 2016 Game 7. I can guarantee they were scared of him going to that game.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can guarantee the baby OKC Thunder were scared of him going into there.
Oh, absolutely.
And after the 2014 finals, even though they were banged up, I'm sure the Spurs coming off of a loss to them, I'm pretty sure the Spurs felt some fear there too. So in Toronto felt fear. Boston, ever since they beat them way back in 10, they haven't beat them since. So yes, people fear him. Maybe not like Jordan. I can't really speak on that. But to say no one did, no, I'm not. Mario Chalmers, no.
I think that fearing LeBron is very I think that varies from like the player, subjective to the player. Man, I don't think LeBron put the fear in a lot of people's eyes. Like a lot of LeBron fans.
Like we believe, nah.
And he really don't. I mean, like y'all said, when nobody.
They weren't scared. It was only Toronto.
That about it. Like we got, especially now, LeBron don't put the fear in nobody at all. Like rookies coming into the league saying they can do this, that, and the third. I'm better than LeBron. People weren't doing. If you was, I don't know. I don't think people was doing all that during MJ era. But you know, and then we talking about like Miami LeBron. You had Lance Stevenson blowing up in his face. I don't think LeBron put the fear in people. I don't think, I don't think so. I might gotta agree. When I first heard Mario say this, I was like, he low-key spitting. He low-key spitting. Low-key. And I'm reminiscing about moments about LeBron James. I'm like, I don't know. He definitely, his fear, LeBron fear level and MJ, it's a big old difference between like the fear between those two players.
I mean, Gilbert Arenas gave like his. I don't know if y'all heard what Gilbert Arenas said. I think he said on his podcast where he was talking about I'm not scared. We weren't scared of LeBron. We were scared of Kobe, Jordan, Allen Iverson, the people that was gonna bust your ass for 60. Not somebody that's gonna turn around and give you 39, 9, and 9. Which I get. You know, it's a mentality. Jordan and Kobe and these guys' mentality were different. Like LeBron is a purebred basketball intellect player. He's going to make the right basketball play. So if he gets double teamed, more than likely he's going to pass the ball. Michael Jordan is going to shoot over that mug. Kobe's going to shoot over that mug, and you more than likely think it's going to go in. I mean, there was times on the court Well, 4 people would look like they were guarding Kobe. I don't. And then if you get in their face and disrespect them, they're going to turn around and be like, okay, enough is enough. We can fight or we can play it out. Pick your choice. Because you about to get the 60 on your head real quick, or we can throw these hands. But it's a mentality thing. That's really what I think it is. Not basically based on who the person is and things like. It's more like, what is your mentality when you're on this court? Is your mentality to kill me on the court? Is your mentality just to play basketball on the court? And I think that's where Mario Chalmers was low-key spitting facts, like you said. I mean, yeah, people, if LeBron is coming downhill, if I'm guarding LeBron, he's coming downhill, I'm moving my ass out the way. You ain't about to run me over. I know that much, but that's not more like a fear of LeBron. That's like I'm doing what's best for me.
It's a business decision.
That's a natural reaction. This dude is too big for me, so I'm gonna move out the way. That's not really a fear. Like, people will stand across, and you hear people say, man, I look at Michael Jordan, look like this dude was levitating. And before the game started, I was like, damn, people up all night because they got to play Michael Jordan. They got to play Kobe. They know these dudes about to go off, especially if somebody on the team doesn't open their mouth about him.
Exactly.
One more thing I'm going to add on to that. I think a big part of it is kind of mentality, right, and the aura of it. I think I agree with that. I'm not submitting that. But I think an add-on to it would be kind of the teams, because we bring up the playoff moments. Yes, you were scared as FUCK of Michael Jordan, but a big part of it when he left, they were happy because the Bulls weren't the same. You were scared of the Bulls that three-peated twice. You were scared of the Lakers that three-peated with the most dominant player of all time. LeBron's been on some good teams. I'm not saying he hasn't. He's been on some great teams. But for a lot of his career, right, he was in those mediocre type teams. So you're like, I'm not scared of Bron. He can get 50, 10, and 10. We're still beating him. So, like the Spurs in 07, you know? I mean, even though Bron wasn't great in that series. So, I mean, it's part of it's a team thing. A lot of it, I'm going to 100% agree. It is a mentality thing. Like the aggressive, the killer mentality. But, yeah, part of it is, too, the teams, too. Because everybody was beating up on Bron. I mean, he couldn't really do anything, you know?
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I understand where you guys are coming from as far as that whole fear thing, right? Because me personally, I feel like Steph Curry would be more feared than LeBron, right? Because at the same time, you gotta there's points in time where it's like you gotta pick up Steph full court, because as soon as he comes from half court, it's damn near flying, right? Depending on the situation. So I definitely get it, but I'm just saying, like, there were some situations to the point where it's like there were some teams or some players that was like, damn, bro, like we got to play LeBron tonight, bro. What we gonna do? And I get it. It's not to the level of a Jordan or a Kobe, right? And I think the difference is that LeBron's mentality, like you said, it's not as on par with the Jordan or Kobe or even a Steph's, honestly, because when you trash talk those players, it flips a switch, right? Now with LeBron, it flips a switch, but it's a different kind of switch, right? Like, it's not I'm going to take over this game and there's nothing that you can do to stop me. It's, I'm going to start to play a lot better. I'm going to get my teammates involved, and I'm going to try to will my team to this game. It's not a get out the way. I'm finna take over this game. Get everybody get out the way. I'm him and everybody else is them type mentality, right? Like, you have all the stories from Jordan where he walks into the locker room and tells old dude, like, hey, who's guarding me tonight? Hey, I'm going for 60 on you, bro. I ain't even gonna cap. And then goes out there and does it. Or even with Larry Bird, right? Shout out to Big Bird in the background, right? Mm-hmm. Where he's like, hey, bro, look, check this out. I'm finna come out here. I'm finna do you with my left hand, G. Only my left hand. That's it. Okay? That's all you finna get is this left hand work. Okay? So it's like those players commanded a different kind of respect, I would say. Not like fear, but a different kind of respect. Even Kobe, where it's like, okay, don't get the Mamba started, bro. Don't activate the Mamba, bro. Don't activate Mamba mode, because now he's in his bag and he's tripping and he's not passing the ball and he's damn near going for 65. Okay, and even with this the same thing with Steph. It's the same thing with a lot with those type of caliber players, right? Because Steph gets on Twitter at halftime. Y'all don't know that, but Steph gets on Twitter at halftime and he reads all the comments. It goes all up and down the timeline. He's Steph is having a horrible game. Steph's having a horrible game. That's why he comes out in the third quarter and he explodes, because rightfully so, right? You can't trash talk these kind of players. So I understand that there's a different level of respect when it comes to competition, but I do think that there was still a level of fear when it came to playing a player like LeBron James, especially in his prime when he was on the Cavs or when he was on Miami said team. But if it's on the caliber of a Kobe or of a Jordan, no. because on any given night, people knew that both of those players were going to go for 40 plus.
All right, so Tristan Thompson responded to Chambers, and that's why we're having this discussion today. And he said, and I quote, "Guys be on some sucker-ish. I don't like that kind of stuff. Guys are retired and not playing basketball. Now you want to talk ish about a guy that you want a championship with? How you guys feel about Tristan Thompson coming to his butt buddy Z?"
Didn't LeBron get Tristan Thompson paid? It's still his job to back LeBron, bro.
And that's why I said butt buddy. It's why I said butt buddy.
Tristan Thompson might have switched up on Chloe, but he's not gonna switch up on LeBron.
Nah, he gonna ride that meat to the end.
Get him, OT, get him.
Yeah,
he trying to do the Dylan Brooks to him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He trying to get him tired, exhausted, and alone. That's what he trying to do to LeBron. But yeah, what's you guys' thoughts on Tristan Thompson remarks? Do you think it's fair? Do you think Mario deserves to have his own opinion?
I'm not surprised Tristan Thompson came back and said something like that. I think Mario is allowed to have his own opinion. Like I said earlier, I think he was low-key spitting facts with what he said. So
yeah, I don't think nobody feared him either. Except for Toronto is the only people that I think you can
literally. Yeah,
I don't think OKC feared Bron. I don't think that.
I damn sure know the Celtics didn't, bro.
No, we definitely did not fear Bron. If anybody had fear there, it was Bron. After
a certain point, because they were beating up on him for a while. But I mean, once they got old, I mean, I don't think they weren't looking for that, right? They weren't. I don't think anybody really. Nobody was looking for that.
To this day, Kevin Garnett still doesn't fear Bron, and he doesn't even play
basketball. Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, that 08 team doesn't give a rat's ass about LeBron.
We don't give about shit LeBron is. Sorry.
You said the 08, the 09, the 10, 11.
Yeah, those. Yeah, that was the same team. It was the same team. It was the same unit. It was the same unit.
I think Tristan is hilarious. I honestly think they probably talked about this prior, but it's funny because he's right though. Like if you listen to the comments of what he said, bro, like Tristan is right. Like there was a point in time where Mario, his contract, his career was basically up for grabs, and he was calling LeBron like, bro, like.
He jokingly said that. He jokingly said that. He didn't say that.
He jokingly said it, but like J. Cole said, every good joke contains truth.
That's true.
But even still, what does that have to correlate with people fearing him? I don't understand. Just because I called LeBron to give me to help me get paid because he was helping everybody else get paid doesn't equate to me not having to say that nobody feared his ass. Another thing is Chambers played with him, especially in Miami when they were winning championships. So if anybody knows if he was feared or what the atmosphere was in Miami, not the Cavs, Tristan Thompson, Miami, Chambers is one of them.
I mean, yeah, like I said, I can understand when it comes to competitive nature, right? But as far as like I said, there's levels to it. If you want to classify levels as fear, then there will be levels to it. But I mean, like I said, Tristan. I mean, I don't have anything a problem with what Tristan said. I thought it was funny, especially compared to, especially because him and Draymond was doing the interview. So that was the funny part about the whole thing.
Oh, and I just want to add this last thing. I'll stop talking about it. But the one thing is too, you could say he's in the locker room. That's fine. He's been around them a lot. When we see this, when we see the Dylan Brooks, when we see like all these little stories come out from role players, you won't ever hear a superstar say anything like this about LeBron.
Yes, you will.
You'll never hear that.
Yes, you will.
From who?
Yes, you will. And the only reason, you know why? I take that back. There will be somebody that comes out that is of high stature in the NBA that comes out and say that they didn't care. They didn't care about LeBron. It just doesn't benefit them to do it now.
They're scared to do it now.
No, it doesn't benefit.
He's still in the league.
It doesn't benefit. That's what I'm saying. It does not benefit him to be like, yo, no, who has said it? There have been a couple of players that came out and be like, yo, I don't fear LeBron. I don't care. But like, we beat him. You said what?
So everyone all the big stars have respect. Dame, Steph, Draymond. Yes, they do.
No.
You said they don't have respect for LeBron.
No.
What are you talking about?
No, respect him as a basketball player. No, respect him as a basketball player 100%. No, 100%
they don't go out
as a
and
basketball player.
stuff to demote him. Only role players do that. That's
that's not.
Yes.
I don't think. No.
What star today has demoted LeBron in terms of anything? What star today has done anything like that? Nobody, because he's still in the league. They don't want to do that because they
Right,
know.
but I agree with you there because it does not benefit them. It doesn't benefit them. If they come out and say something now, it doesn't benefit them. How does it benefit me?
Mario?
How does it?
Because Mario wants to get back in the spotlight. That's how it benefits Mario.
He's like 40, like what? He's like 40 something, or like.
It doesn't matter. He wants to get back in the spotlight. That's how it benefits you.
What's
It only takes.
He's
it only
irrelevant.
takes. It right, but that's because he's not irrelevant. He wants to be irrelevant. That's putting himself back in the spotlight. People, ex-basketball players, I will agree here. Ex-basketball players say some idiotic shit for their videos to go viral, so everybody can look at them again and they can gain a bunch of followers, right? So they can get that likeness back or that fame back that they're missing because they're away from the basketball game. Chompers is doing the same thing here, 100%. But if you're saying nobody's going to say, nah, I agree with you. But if you're saying nobody feels that way, I disagree with you.
Oh no, they definitely play it, but they're not going to go out and say it. They're not going to go.
No, not while they're still playing. Not while they're still playing. No.
Okay, yeah, because Mario's been out of the league. He's not relevant.
Not while they're still playing. It doesn't even matter if LeBron's playing. Not while they're still playing. It doesn't benefit them.
I mean, they're just not going to go at him. They don't want to go at him.
Yeah, no, that doesn't benefit them. It's only going to hurt them in the long run.
And I get that reason right there, right? Like I get that part of the whole people don't fear LeBron thing, right? Because when you had the superstars back in the day that went at a Jordan, that went at a Kobe, it's like they paid for it, right? They paid for it, and it showed later on in the box score. It showed, and when the Bulls won, when it showed when they won championships, right? Like when the Reggie Miller would talk would trash talk LeBron, right? Or when Larry Bird and Magic Johnson or Clyde Drexler, like when these guys would trash talk LeBron, or even Dikembe Mutombo, right? Like he said, "Oh, I blocked you," or I got that block on you, and LeBron goes out that game and dunks on him. Feel me? Gives him the finger. Like that is I get that part of it to where it's like, okay, people do that to Jordan, but you weren't, even when you did that to LeBron or people did that to LeBron, but even when you did that to Jordan will make you pay, right? Like you can go out there and possibly beat LeBron. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like you can go ahead and talk, you know what I'm saying, talk your talk against him and then probably go out there and beat him and then, you know what I'm saying, have that moment. But it's, like I said, it's a different level when it's a Jordan, when it's a Kobe, because they're gonna go out there and they're gonna show you like, yeah, you should probably shut up because I'm really like that. So I get it, and like Shamari said, the more I think about it, I'm like, dang, he kind of does have a point. You know what I'm saying? He kind of was cooking a little bit, because you know what I'm saying. Like it's just a different level of respect, bro. Like when you talk to these players and they go out there and they show you like, hey, you should probably be quiet. Yeah, there's a lot more moments that you can point to.
Yeah. What's good, y'all? No,
Jimmy Butler say he ain't intimidated by LeBron. I ain't intimidated by him. Sorry. So I mean, I found somebody. Go ahead, Boo.
Okay.
Nah, I mean, I think it don't benefit the players today to come out and say that. A lot of the times, the players that was saying they feared Mike or they feared Kobe really didn't say it till they was done playing the game. Like they didn't say it when they was active, like truly say it, like. Because
that's why I'm saying it don't benefit them.
It don't. I mean, it ain't even so much that it don't benefit them. It don't benefit you in the moment, admitting that you're afraid of this man. Like that shit don't benefit you. You might look back
even admitting that you're not afraid of him, and while you're playing ball, what does it help you?
I mean,
it doesn't help me none. You're right. If you're not, you're not. Jimmy Butler say he ain't intimidated by him, so
they still lost. He went out there and lost. He said he lost.
Hey, he lost because Anthony Davis went crazy. I know you're not talking about the finals. Let's not do this.
I know you're talking about the finals.
Let's not do this.
He was hella injured too, bro.
No, he was. LeBron also won the finals MVP. He played fantastic. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, seeing the players of the, like he said, he said that and he lost. So I don't really. The only players I think would be allowed to say anything like that are Draymond and guys like that, but those guys have the most respect for him. So I mean, that's never been the case. Besides KG, but everyone knows nobody thought LeBron was beating the 3-4 All-Star Celtics. So I mean, obviously from that standpoint, they weren't scared of the Cavs. So
Danny Granger was about to beat his ass.
Danny Granger. He's cool for a little bit.
And I could tell you, I could name one, but I didn't want to say Kevin Garnett because that's an easy one. I could have named.
Because he was on the Celtics, yeah. It was a team.
I could have definitely named him back in the day. They didn't give a fuck about LeBron. Nobody feared him. But no, I just think the fear is different. I just think it's different.
But I agree.
Mhm.
In
He's just
comparison to Jordan, I agree. Yeah, with Jordan. I just to say like nobody like general. If you were saying that Jordan, yeah, I mean, yeah, Jordan maybe has the best mentality next to Kobe ever. But
All
I
right.
just don't like the way he worded it.
Let's get to Luka. So, did anybody hear these comments by Luka? Some alarming comments by Luka.
Yup.
He said frustration.
Mm.
He's frustrated.
Mm.
But the key to it is he said that he's frustrated at more things out than basketball. Like it's things outside of basketball. So that could be mental health, be a lot of things. You know, some personal issues. His baby mama could have had some kids by him, and then it turns out that it wasn't his. You know, give him the same treatment y'all gave Andrew Wiggins. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Give him the same treatment. We don't know. You know, we don't know. But yeah, he's not. He's a little frustrated, and he said winning will help him get his groove back and get back into the game of basketball. So that just means that Dallas will not make the play-in this year. Thoughts?
I think honestly, I think it attributes to them losing, right? Like
he said it's more than basketball though, so we can't just mark it up like that.
He can say that.
We can't mark it up. We can't dismiss his feelings.
Man, he can say that, but I don't believe it, honestly, because everything is fine and dandy when you're winning. Right?
100%.
Everything
100%.
is better when you're winning. But when you're losing,
everything's better when you're happy too.
Oh yeah,
right.
When you're
but
losing,
those same things that are better when you're happy are not the same when you're sad.
They're not the same when you're losing either.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So those mental things that he could deal with when he's happy, he's winning. Maybe he can't deal with those mental things when he's losing because he's losing. But when he starts winning, all of that stuff goes away. Like I just feel like at the end of the day, he said it go away if I start winning.
I'm pretty sure it does. I just feel like at the end of the day, play better. Like your team hasn't been playing good at all. You haven't been good offensively. You haven't been good defensively. You haven't been good in transition. You haven't been good at all. That's why they've been losing games. Unfortunately, he just got back from injury, so of course he's still trying to get reacclimated onto the court. But at the end of the day, you got him in and out of the lineup. You got Kyrie in and out of the lineup. Their bench is inconsistent as hell. Like, you're not good. That's the reason why you're losing. So obviously things need to be done. And I heard that he may be so frustrated to the point where he might request a trade later. Well, at some point in time, you're going to have to address that, right? If you're Mark Cuban, if you're freaking Jason Kidd, if you're the front office of the Mavs, what are you going to do to keep your superstar happy at the end of the day? So I just think he's tired of losing. He's frustrated. Like, bro, what do we got to do to win? What do we got to do to get over the hump? And he doesn't know. And he's looking towards the front office and everybody else like, what are we going to do? And they're looking at him like, shit, you tell me.
No, I don't think that. I can't think that of Mark Cuban.
And okay, I like Luka. Okay, I like Luka. He's one of my favorite players in basketball. But respect was lost when he said this, because that's implying he means mentally, right? He means the locker room because that's what he implies, correct? I mean, we can infer that. We can't just say it's just basketball. He knows damn well as shit Kyrie's been through in the last 3 years. You're telling me coincidentally, right when you get Kyrie, you were fine before. You were 6th in the West. You were 7th in the West. You loved your teammates. It was absolutely awesome. The chemistry was high as can be. Jason Kidd, amazing. It was fantastic. And when Kyrie comes, okay, which the whole team defense thing, yeah, that's not his strongest skill set, but that's not him. You traded depth for him. You traded picks for him. He just threw Kyrie under the bus. That's not what the headlines are going to say, and that's not what most people are going to say. But he damn well knows what he's from Europe. He's from Slovenia. I'm pretty sure they have schools over there. I'm pretty sure he's intelligent. He knows that's not a coincidence when Kyrie gets here. It's throwing Kyrie under the bus. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that he did it. I would have preferred for him to do what other superstars do. Say, I need to be better. I need to be on top of my game. We need to be on top of our game. We need to be playing better. But inferring that this is on Kyrie Irving, I think, is something I just really don't appreciate, like whatsoever. I don't appreciate that at all.
That's it. No, listen. I'm getting tired of y'all.
Okay, so
waiting to be called on like y'all don't know what kind of show this is.
So I don't know what to. You say you don't like it because he threw Kyrie under the bus. Look, man, I don't know. And the reason I don't, if you pay attention, any kind of attention to Gentleman's Talk before we became part of the From the Side of my family, mental health was a big thing that we had on our show whenever we first started. And I don't know what he's personally going through. outside of basketball. So I kind of agree with Troy on this one. It's like you don't know. And when Andrew Wiggins said he was going through this stuff, people respected it. And I feel like we kind of need to do the same thing with Luka. I'm not going to lie. Until we absolutely know there's nothing going on with him personally. I mean, we just had Simone Biles at the Olympics back out last minute because she said she had the twisty. She couldn't figure out where she was when she was flipping because she had so much personal stuff going on. We had what's the tennis player name? I can't think of her name right now. No, right. She just stopped touring. What was it, last year? She stopped playing because of mental health stuff. And I mean, I'm just saying, it could be basketball, it could be media and things following you all around, everywhere you go, and you have to put on a mask and put on a front neck.
He didn't have to deal with this type of stuff, and now he's in America. He has to deal with this type of stuff.
I'm just you just don't know. I mean,
100%.
I mean, so, I get that. I get those points of it, right? But with Simone, there was reports of everything that she was dealing with, and that transpired from when she won her first medal, and she was so dominant. Everybody thought that she was cheating. Everybody thought that she was breaking the rules because she was doing routines that everybody else, that other girls, couldn't do, right? So she was facing a whole bunch of outside noise because of that, right? And even with Naomi Osaka, like, she was in spaces to the point where they were literally heckling her in racist with racist terms and derogatory remarks, right? So I can understand those two kind of stepping away from their respective arts because of that, because of they're dealing with so much from the people within their respective arts, right? Like, they're dealing with the tennis fans, they're dealing with the judges and the committees for the Olympics, right? Because they're telling them, like, yo, you can't do this because you're better than everybody else, right? Like, that's what they're telling Simone. Like, you're so much better than everybody else that you can't do this trick because they feel like it's unfair, right? Like, she's dealing with all of that. And then Naomi, like, she's getting berated with all of these racial misogynistic comments. So of course she's going to have to step away. But with Luka, it's like, you were good just a few months ago. Now you're losing, and now everything is all bad. And now,
but that's
like,
but Moolis, to be honest, that's you looking from the outside looking in. You don't know, like DJ said, we don't know what's going on in his personal life. It's not like he's coming out and be like, yeah, this is what's going on in my personal life. Or he's doing a vlog on his personal life where we could tell everything's fine in his personal life. We don't know what's going on in his personal life. Like, we have to take that into consideration too.
Or like, when Luka was winning, that could have been like a positive thing that, it was the winning, his wins were able to help him like stray away from like his personal issues. And then now that he's losing, now that he's dealing with these issues, and then on top of that, he's losing, that can hit in like being in like, when you're dealing with mental issues, like, they can just hit you at any moment. So I feel but I understood OT's point. I didn't look at it like, I did not look at it like that at all. Because when I first heard what Luka was saying, I was just like, okay, I get it. Okay, so he's got mental issues, which is like messing up his game, and so he's losing games. But with the Kyrie stuff, I understand that too. I get that. That was a good point, OT.
Thank you very much. And just to add on real quick, there really could be something going on. I don't know. Like Troy said, there might be something that outsiders don't know. It's just I just feel like if he was aware, like if he was just more aware about it, like everyone has mental. If you say in your whole life you've never had mental issues, you're a fucking liar. Okay, everyone goes through that, especially someone on top of their craft in one of the biggest leagues on the planet, much less sports in general. If you got so many eyes on you, I understand it. I just don't like the way it's just too much of a coincidence. There could be something going on. The coincidence makes Kyrie look really bad. So that's the only part about it I don't like.
This is the thing that I mean, right? I'm not going to deny that he might be going through something off of the court, right? But when you see a DeMar DeRozan, when you see a Kevin Love, when you see there was another young player that was on Twitter, Kevin Porter Jr., right? When you see these young players coming out and they're talking about their mental health, they're talking about the things that they're going through. It's like, if you are going through something, right? Even Ben Simmons last year, we had a whole last debate on if Ben Simmons is really hurt. What's he going through mentally, right? He stepped away from the game to deal with that. And if you are going through something mentally to the point where you feel like it's a detrimental to your game, and that's the point, and that's the reason why. Hold on. Then step away from it and handle it, right? But everybody's gonna be like, it's playoffs, right? They need him, blah blah blah. Obviously, but your mental health is more important. So if you are dealing with something off the court, then you should go handle it applicably, and we should be respectful for that. If he stepped away and was like, "Oh, I'm dealing with something," and we don't know, I ain't got nothing to say. But it's the fact that you're still playing, and like I said a few months ago, you were perfectly fine.
I would say this. Not everybody deals with things the same way. So we can't sit here and subject Luka to dealing with something how others have dealt with it, like walking away from the game for a little bit to go deal with it. Maybe he needs the game to help him get through it. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot going on. I understand you 100%, Moon. Like, I feel you 100%, but I'm just not ready to make a judgment on what's going on. I'm only going to go off what he's saying because he knows himself better than any of us on this panel knows. You know, so he would know what he's going through. We wouldn't. We could accumulate it or say it's because they're losing because we're basketball fans. We're always going to look at the game, but I always look at the human too. And he could definitely be going through some depression, and he just got to find a way through it. Is it the same way everybody else handled it? Nah, I don't think so. I think he's different. He comes from a different country. I don't think they handle that depression over there the same way he comes from a different place, and then coming over here, it could be catching up to him now. 4 years over here, not living in this new world. Like, we don't know what could be affecting him. I'm not giving him excuses, but we do got to give him the privileges of being a human, just like we are. That's all I'm saying.
No, definitely. And I just feel like losing is. He doesn't like losing. He comes from a winning background. He comes from winning, and he understands that you have to work as more of a team over here than compared to European basketball, right? Or I guess less of a team, right? People expect him to do more than he's physically capable of, right? Or even mentally capable of, right? Because when he even talks about it, when you come from a European basketball league, it's different, right? It's more team oriented, right? It's more detailed. Right. When you come over here, it's more superstar based. It's more individual based. So they're asking him to do a lot more. That's why they went to go get a Kyrie, but he realized that's not helping. Right. So what I'm saying is I'm not dismissing that he might have mental problems off the court. I'm saying that there's a lot of pressure on him as a basketball player. 100%. So when you're losing and everybody's looking at you, that can be frustrating. And I think that he's voicing those frustrations in a non-direct way, basically saying like, everybody's putting this pressure on me and me alone to carry this team when we have all these other guys and we're going out trying to get guys, and I'm trying to stay healthy. I'm just barely getting off healthy. I'm dealing with injuries as well. I'm dealing with mental issues as well, and everybody's coming down on me like it's only me to carry the team when it's everybody else too. Because when the Mavs lose, who's the first thing they say? Oh, Luka Doncic. When they win, it's the first thing they say, Luka Doncic. So when you're carrying that type of pressure and you're losing, that only makes it worse. So now he's voicing those frustrations as if like, bro, I know we're losing and I'm trying to do everything I can, trying to stay healthy, trying to score a lot of points, trying to get all my teammates involved, et cetera, but we're still losing. And now everybody's still looking at me like, now what is Luka going to do? How is Luka going to respond? Blah, 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 so on, so on and so forth. And pressure can be the worst form of depression. It can be the worst form of mental illness because when you have all that pressure on you, now it feels like you're by yourself and you're trying to do everything by yourself and everybody's expecting you to carry the load. That's what I mean why I'm saying like when losing can be frustrating, right? When you're losing and everybody's expecting you to win because you're that guy, it can be frustrating because now you're looking at your teammates like, hey, I need help over here. And everybody's looking at you like, nah, what you gonna do? And you looking at everybody else like, I mean, I'm not by myself. I got a whole bunch of people with me. They're like, nah, fuck that. What you gonna do? So that's the frustrating part. That's what I mean. Like when you're losing, that's the frustrating part. So that's why I feel like it's because he's losing, right? Everybody's looking at him to carry his team and he can't do it by himself. And he knows this. So he's looking back at his team and his front office like, hey, yo, like what we doing? And they're looking at him like, shit, you tell us. And he's like, damn, well, shit, now I'm high and dry. Now I feel alone. So that's what I mean when I say that he's frustrated by losing. I'm not dismissing that he might be going through something off the court or dealing with something that's outside of basketball. I'm just saying like he has a lot of pressure on him as a young player, as a young superstar, and everybody's looking at him to do something that he can't physically do. That we've seen it time and time again. Everybody who's asked a superstar to carry the load by themselves cannot do it. It's quite literally facts. So
100%.
when everybody's asking him to do it by himself, now he's looking at his team that they're trying to put around him, the Kyries, the Christian Woods, and they're like, yo, can you help me? And they're like, nah. Nah, it's bad, bro. Do it by yourself like everybody say you can.
Jalen Brunson, he's playing great in New York, and, you know.
But maybe he wanted to get away from Luka, so.
Oh, yeah.
You still want to see this version of Jalen Brunson with Luka because they play too similar.
Yeah, too similar.
Yeah, I agree.
But I do think something is bothering him, and it could be the pressure. All of it, like what everybody's saying is basically right. I just don't. It's a lose-lose situation for him though, because it's his team. Kyrie's a proven number 2, you know, like. So nobody's gonna really look at Kyrie like, but I think it's just a compilation of the team just not being very good at the end of the day. Like they gave away a lot of depth.
Could be, definitely could be, but it could be. All I'm saying, it could be more that goes into it. If you are watching up to this point, we want to thank you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you ain't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit that damn bell and turn on all notifications.
Shout out to all our Spotify listeners.
That's right. Shout out to all our listeners, Apple, Spotify, you know, Google. Don't forget Google. And now we're on iHeartRadio too.
Yep. So, shout out to iHeartRadio.
We're on iHeartRadio. Let's get to Mark Cuban. So did anybody watch the game the other day?
You talking about the refs?
Yes.
Absolutely, I did.
That's bullshit.
So what I saw was this was against Golden State, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So what I saw was the ref signaled this way, which would have been Golden State ball.
Yep.
Right. And then he came back, hand up, timeout, and then he pointed this way. So everybody's saying that, he's saying with this motion that he went this way, he was saying that it was Mavs ball. But that's not what I saw. If you literally watch it, he pointed this way, and then the timeout came, so he put his hand up, and then he pointed towards where the timeout came from. Mm-hmm. So I don't get what the outrage is. I don't know why Mark is outraged, but he did file a petition to change the outcome of the game. And with that petition, he does have to pay a $10,000 fee to try to get that game, whatever might happen. It has happened once where the team had to play like the last 15 seconds of the game. They had to replay the last 15 seconds of the game. So what do you guys think about that call, no call, missed call, right call?
Hey, Mark Cuban, a win is a win. That's exactly what you get.
Hey, question
watch
authority.
The film, dog. Watch the film. Watch the game, bro. I was watching the game. It was a missed shot. Kevon grabbed the rebound. It went off. The freaking dude hit it off his hand. Kevon was about to argue with the ref, saying that it was Warrior ball. The ref stopped him and was like, yo, I already made the right call. I called the timeout towards the Mavs. That's quite literally what happened if you go watch the video, right? So this whole protest thing, I just think it's funny. He made a whole shirt and everything.
And then if you see Golden State is lined up at bounds and you just standing at the other end of the court, nigga, that's your fault. That's your fault. I play ball. If they line it up down there like they ref looking like about to get a ball, I'm hauling ass down there, bro. You're not getting no easy basket, nigga. That's their basket. You didn't know that was their basket? Because
what were you doing? At the end of the day, what were you doing? Why was all the starting five plus the bench and the coach on the opposite side of the court when that doesn't make sense? So at the end of the day, there was a whole bunch of blunders on the Mavs' part that lost in the game other than the quote unquote ref. So you can protest that if you want to, Mark Cuban. You lost the game. A win is a win. Ha.
And did you want to
go?
Okay. Also, that happened at the end of the third quarter, not the fourth quarter. The third quarter. For one, that did not lose you the game, and for the other call, Luka, that lost in the game. You weren't fouled. Draymond went. That's not a foul, my sir. Mate, that's not a foul. So Draymond made the clutch play. That wasn't a foul. The first one, even if you want to say it's BS, even though he was waiting for the ball. So yeah, right. Like you said, Troy, they should have hauled ass down there. It was the end of the third quarter. Did not impact the end of the game. And right, the last play of the game where Luka made the little money signal, you weren't fouled. So I don't know why you're complaining about that. And your whistle is really good too. You get foul calls all the time, by the way. You flop notoriously all the time. So
He flopped in that game, I believe.
I'm literally going to equate this to if they called out of bounds on the wrong person at the end of the third quarter and gave it to the other team. That's exactly what I'm equating this to. The fact of the matter is that one play did not cost you the game, bro.
100%.
It didn't. It just didn't. Y'all could have used that as motivation and came out and just went crazy. Something. I mean, we're all here under the mindset that one play cannot change the outcome of. I mean, unless it's something like crazy.
At the end of the quarter last.
Yeah, unless it's like at the end of the game and they completely miss a foul call and the person misses the shot or something. And that play did not determine the game. I don't care if they only lost. What was it? They lost by 2.
Yeah,
because Luka flopped and they missed it. Yeah,
they only lost by 2. That's
why I think they're equating that to that 2 points that came in the third quarter. Which that's not how you do math. That's not how you do math.
You can't do
shit you see all the time in the play.
You make a lot of money on Shark Tank. You should know how to do math. That is not how you do math.
Right. Exactly. Like the only one that should complain about refs is the men's Creighton basketball team. That is the only team I'm fine with complaining about refs. But
I mean, when you look at the reason why they lost, that wasn't even the reason. Like in the fourth quarter, you let Steph make like 3 or 4 clutch plays with less than 6 minutes left, and then Jordan Poole makes a few incredible shots, and now they're up. Like it's like you guys lost that. You guys lost that game. Your own blunders lost that game. You can't blame the refs for something that you guys did, because even with that whole ref call, like why are you guys lined up on the opposite side of the court? And then in the fourth quarter, why are you letting Steph find the open man on the wing? Why are you letting Steph just get to the lane with no interior defense at all? Go watch the tape. Steph literally takes it full court, 90-something feet, and goes straight to the rack. Nobody checked him. Nobody stopped ball at all. That's horrible basketball. And then he comes back literally the next possession and drains a 3. Steph didn't even have a good game that game. That's the cold part about it. So, like, your own blunders lost you the game. So
he had a good game
I don't
in that fourth quarter. So let's get to playoff matchups, right? So I want to preview the playoff matchups and see who we would have winning if the playoffs started today, and the matchup goes as fourth, and so on and so forth. So we're going to start in the East, and before I start there, if you are not subscribed, subscribe. If you did not like the video, like that video. Okay, like that video.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends to tell their friends, and we'll tell our friends that you told your friends. All right. Let me. I'm trying to get to it. The new tablet here is not fully set up yet, so I'm trying to get into my ESPN app. There we go, and it was like, nah, bro. Hold up real quick. Let me ask you all these questions. All right, standings. All right, here we go. So our first playoff matchup would be the Bucks versus Chicago. Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks. Like 5.
Yeah, and I'm taking a sweep too. I'm taking a sweep too.
Sweep. It's not even. It's not even pretty. It's not even pretty.
I think it go 5. It go 5.
Yeah, because the Bulls got 1 last year.
Y'all gotta help me keep track, so when we get to the second and third round, y'all know who playing who. So Bucks moved on to the second round. That was 1-8. So 2-8. Oh, I'm sorry, 1-8. Sorry, 1-8. 1-8, not 1-10. This new format got me fucked
playing.
Bucks are playing Atlanta. Going Bucks.
Bucks sweep.
Bucks sweep. All right.
Yeah, that one would be sweep.
Boston plays the Nets. I'm going Boston sweep.
Boston.
I don't think they sweep, but I think they probably go 5.
I'll say Boston is 6. So
Boston sweep.
Boston sweeps. Philly versus. I'm sorry. I'm fucking up again. It's Boston versus Miami. Boston and 6. That would go Boston and 6 there.
Yeah, I would say Boston.
Maybe
6.
7.
Yeah, I would say that. I wouldn't say 7, but I would say 6.
It could be. I'll take 6, but it's possible.
if they go to 7 again with Miami, Boston is done.
Boston's not missing that again.
We got Philly and
Done.
Brooklyn.
Philly.
I'm going Philly 5.
Yeah, probably
Philly
5.
and 6. I got 6.
I say Philly in 5.
Yeah. Philly in 5.
All right, then we got Cleveland versus the Knicks. I'm going Cleveland in 6.
Cleveland. That size is crazy.
I would say Cleveland.
But we could just do that. We could just do the
I don't
first round
trust-
matchup. So
I don't
wanna go
trust-
too
Oh,
deep.
that might go 7.
I don't
Shoot.
trust the Knicks.
Yeah, I got him in
I would say
5. I
Cleveland.
say 5.
I got Cleveland in 6.
Cleveland in
Cleveland
7.
5. We just do 5 first round. I don't feel like diving in and doing brackets right now. All right. So in the West, we got 8. I got to go to 8. Okay. Denver versus the Pelicans.
Denver
Zion.
in 4.
No Zion, Denver in 5.
No Zion, Denver in 5.
The sweeper 5.
Sweet.
Boo up.
Yeah, Denver in 5.
I'm going Denver in 7.
Mm.
They didn't have Zion last year either. Stop it.
That's a good point. That's a good
That
point.
is the point.
We got
Dang.
Memphis versus Minnesota.
Memphis
Denver
and
last year.
Memphis in
Sweet.
6.
They
Memphis
played
in
Denver last
Sweet.
year.
Memphis in 4.
Memphis in 6.
Memphis in 4.
Memphis versus
Memphis
who?
in 5.
Minnesota.
Ooh. I might be a little
Memphis in
tempted.
5.
I'm
I got
going to take
Memphis.
Memphis in 6, but
Yeah, I'm going 6.
Towns is back, though. Denver, I mean, no, not Denver. Minnesota, Towns is back. Minnesota could do something. Because they forced him 6 last year. They went and got rid of-
Anthony, how Ant looking?
Oh, yeah, I forgot he did get hurt.
You back?
He played
Yeah,
last night. He didn't look pretty good. He
He
didn't look good
back?
at all.
Okay.
Yeah, he played
Yeah.
last night. He didn't
I'll
look
He
still
good.
said
take
he didn't look
Memphis.
good at all.
Yeah, he didn't honestly. He didn't look good at all.
All right.
I'll take,
The matchup for Mulich right here. We got Sacramento versus Golden State. I'm
Come on now. You know what it
Mm.
is, man. You know what
Golden
it is,
State
man.
in
Stop
4.
playing with my boys up there, man. Stop playing
I
with my
got
boys.
Golden State sweeping the Kings. I'm sorry.
You see what it is up there, man. Stop playing with my boys up there, man.
Y'all got Kings in 6.
Never.
Kings in
Kings
6.
in 6.
What?
Kings in 6.
I'm taking the Kings, too. I'm taking the Kings, too.
Kings.
Taking the Kings.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Kings.
Ooh, I'm
Golden
ready.
State in
That
6,
can
bro.
happen for real.
Hey,
Kings
y'all
in
ready for
6.
this?
Stop playing
Y'all
with
ready
Steph,
for this?
man.
Y'all ready for
Oh, he's
this?
great.
I'll give the Kings 1 game. Golden State in 5. And I'm tripping out here in Sacramento because I'm out here with all the Kings fans. I'm tripping in my Steph jersey. Yeah. As soon as we beat them in the playoffs, guess who's pulling up to all the Kings fans with my Steph jersey? 4-time champ. Stop playing with me. Get out. It's our city.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a
I
very
hear
passionate
y'all, man.
push.
I hear
yeah.
y'all, man.
Yeah.
Sound-
Yeah.
Still in good
I'm
shape.
out here.
Sound real good. Sound real
I'm
good.
out here amongst all the Kings fans. The only blue and gold amongst all this whole bunch of purple. And guess what? We're going to bounce them again. Stop playing with us. Mm-hmm.
Last
So we do.
matchup, Phoenix versus the Clippers. I have the Clippers in 5.
The Clippers in 5.
Six.
Clippers in 7.
Not mad at that. They do got KD now.
Honestly, I'm going to take the Suns in 7.
Is Paul George going to play in the series or no?
It go either way.
That's the thing.
Paul
It's
George
Paul
has to be
George who gets
reevaluated.
Oh, that's a good point.
In 2 weeks, he's being
Oh,
reevaluated.
yeah.
They're getting injuries at the wrong time. And Kawhi just got elbowed. He should
They
be
are.
fine, but
I'm taking Phoenix. I can't bet on the Clippers anymore, bro. I just can't.
I forgot about Paul George being out. I'm not going to lie.
Paul George being out did, yeah.
that looks so
Yeah.
bad, too. That injury looked bad.
Yeah.
It really did.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm going to go Phoenix in 5.
Fine.
I'm going to switch that up. I'm going to go Phoenix in 5.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. All right, that was the last one. I'm not diving into the brackets. All right, last thing. I wanna end it on a good note. Boo, I remember the little game called Off the Stats.
Mm-hmm.
So, Moolit, you remember Off the Stats?
Oh, yeah, you know it.
It was basically I gave them a graphic, and it was 2 guys. Well, it was 2 stats brackets paired next to each other, where you had the points, the rebounds, assists, field goal, 3-point percentage, block, steals, stuff like that. And I used to have a graphic. Well, I ain't got no graphic for you today, boo. There's no graphic for you. And I changed it. We're doing it a whole different way. We're going career highs today. I got 5 for you. I'm going to give you some numbers, and you're going to tell me who it is. You guys are ready?
Yep.
Okay. All right. On October 20th, 2018.
Oh, my birthday.
Hey,
Versus the Suns. Versus the Suns. This player went 11 for 11. I lied. It's not career highs. It's 100% field goal percentage games. This guy went 11 for 11 for 35 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists.
Jeez.
Tell me who it is off the stats.
Shit.
this was against the Suns on October 18th.
October 20th, 2018.
Or October 20th, 2018. Okay. Against the Suns.
You said 35 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists.
Uh-huh.
Who the hell is capable of doing that? My God.
11.
If you guys want a hint, I will give you one hint.
Get that motherfucker out, man.
Yeah, get one.
I didn't hear nobody ask for it. I'm not
Please,
going
Troy. We dying over here.
Yeah, we need the hint.
He said we need it back. I got 2 in my head. Which one I want to give you? All right, the player plays in the West.
Oh, okay.
Today?
And you said against the Suns.
When he played this game, he was in the West, and yes, boy, he's currently in the West. I gave you 2 hints. Now, next one, you don't get a hint. I want to hear some names. Why you just spurt it out? Spurt some shit out.
To hell with it. I'm going with Kevin Durant.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
Nikola Jokic.
She gets it right.
Oh.
There we go.
I ain't think
That sound like
that sounded like some Jokic shit, but
It do. I just thought it was going to be a throwed off thing.
It sounded too premature.
The next one was October 31st, 2018. Versus the Knicks. This player went 12 for 12. 39 and 3. 30 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists.
Against the Knicks.
Against the Knicks on Halloween.
That's pretty low for a Madison Square Garden game.
Sound like a role player.
I know, right?
That's what I feel like that too.
So like it might be like a Zach LaVine or something. Some weird shit.
That was his first year in Chicago. It might have been 39 and 3.
Oh, we don't even get the answer. What the heck?
39 and 3. 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Yeah, that sounds like a Zach LaVine stat line because that nigga don't pass.
But he don't rebound either. Shit.
Exactly. That's the thing that's throwing me off right now.
Well, we could guess, but
Dame? I like a Dame stat line too because that nigga don't pass either.
12 for 12. You say 12 for 12? I mean, they ain't make no free throws, probably. That sounds like a role player.
Man.
damn. New York. That's the first thing that came to my head. It got to be a
Halloween.
Man, you said some shit like Grayson Allen or some shit, bro.
Man.
What going on, man?
Come on back, Troy.
All right. That motherfucker had
If you don't come back, somebody gonna have to look it up.
And that sound like I'm a role player. I'm trying to on the Knicks on Halloween. I'm gonna 39-3 in 2018.
Holy shit, bro.
Oh, there you go.
Today's not my day with this guy. It's my last day using this computer. I'm so thankful for it. So let's try to finish this damn episode before it kicked me out my damn browser again. So did you guys have an answer or did somebody look it up?
No,
Nobody
we didn't look it up. We still go and try to figure it. 39-3 is a weird ass stat line, bro.
39 and 3. Yeah, 39
Yeah, that's a not like a role player.
I'll give you a hint. This player played in 2018. He was in the East, and today's he's in the West.
Oh shit.
Today he's in the West.
I guess somebody.
I'm gonna say Kyrie. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Nope.
I was gonna say him too.
Nope. You could give up. You know I take tap outs.
Shit.
Jordan Clarkson.
And
Ooh.
incorrect. Buap Mulich out. Bottom 3. What you got?
Today he played now and where?
Today's and at this time he had this. He was in the East. Today he's in the West.
Give me one of the Kyrie Irving.
They said Kyrie Irving already. And
Oh.
you're out of here.
I didn't hear it, so if I'd heard him say Kyrie Irving, I'd have just guessed Kevin Durant instead.
And you're out of here.
Leonard,
And
Kawhi.
you're out of here.
Why is a good guess?
Why is a good guess?
OT is down to you. Am I getting that first tap out?
Okay. So he's in the East. This is 2018?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like it's gonna be a random player too.
He's in the East. Now he's in the West. I can't remember when that trade happened. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go on a limb and say Paul George.
Incorrect. It was
Elo.
Samonte Sabonis.
Ah!
Samonte Sabonis.
I was gonna.
He did that when he was in Indiana.
I thought he got traded after that. Oh, I'm sick. I was literally.
3 more. All right. This happened in January 25th, 09. So I'm taking it back a little bit.
09. Oh,
09. Versus the Jazz. Versus the Jazz. This player went 12 for 12, 28 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist.
say that again.
12 for 12, 28 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist.
We at least get a hint with this one because that's a good bit of go, bro.
In 09?
I'll give you 2 hints.
How about when okay, go ahead.
Played in the West and is a center.
Yeah, I mean,
Incorrect, TJ. you're
damn.
right.
09? Give me the stat line again.
28, 9, and 1.
28-9. 28-9-1. One as in
Oh.
1 assist.
What were the splits?
What were the splits?
Yeah.
12 for
Like the shooting
12.
splits. Oh, 12 for 12. Okay.
28-9-1. 12 for 12.
2009.
Center played in the West.
Center.
Oh,
Played
in
in
the
the West. 28-9-1.
He is not in the league no more.
Not in the league.
That's 3 hints I gave you.
I'm just saying Andrew Bynum, man.
That's incorrect, Buap.
That was a good guess though.
That was a good guess because I was about to go with that. 2009.
She like, I don't have no idea.
Uh-uh.
Just throw a center out there. Man.
What was the date? What was the date?
Marcus All.
That's incorrect. The date was January 25th, 2009.
Dwight Howard.
Incorrect.
I think he's still in Orlando. That's why I didn't guess him.
I did say this guy's in the West and he's a center. But I guess you didn't listen to your hints.
You said 09 though.
In the West.
In the West. Dwight was still in the East in 09. That's what the year they went to the final.
Yeah, and they lost to Kobe. Yeah.
That's true.
Did y'all get Powell yet?
Yeah. So who is it? Just OT and OT, right? Come on, OT. We need an answer.
Again, okay. Let's not second guess myself again.
Y'all gonna be so mad.
Oh, is he like obvious?
Need an answer, OT.
Okay, I'm thinking. Okay, let's see. Dwight.
So I had to get his manager.
I gotta get a timer. That's what I'm gonna add to the bottom of the
Yeah,
screen. A timer, 30-second timer every time I ask the question.
I can see. I don't even.
Just start the countdown from 10, Troy. Put him on the hot seat.
Dude, I can't think of. Shit, I can't even think of it.
3,
I can't even think of a.
1.
I can't even think of it. I can't.
Shot clock.
Boo-Wop dropped out and got his GED. All right. So the answer was Nene.
Oh wow!
Nene. Nene.
Was he with Denver? Oh, he was with Denver at the time.
Yes, he was.
Man,
You took it back.
I'd have never. Yeah, I did. Yao Ming was the best guess I had.
2 more. We're almost out of here. We're almost done. How? Where we at? 4? Yeah, 4.
Yep.
All right. November 21st, 2010. This player went 10 of 10, 28 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists.
God damn.
That's a hell of a stat line for that time period.
2010.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good ass.
The 11/21.
11/21.
November 21st.
Wait, what year you said that was?
2010.
2010.
Okay. Do we get a hint with this one?
His name was said multiple times in the previous question.
Powell.
Who said that?
Powell.
Oh, that was Moo? That was Moo?
Yeah, me too.
Yes, it was Powell Gusola.
Yes, sir.
All right, last one. Y'all ain't getting this one, so just tap out as soon as I. Versus, I mean,
Well, we almost gave it away.
February. No, I didn't. I almost tell you who they versus. Versus the Lakers. February 17. February 17, 1966.
Goodness gracious.
This player went 9 for 9. He had 30 points, 15 rebounds, and 13 assists.
You said February 17th, 1966?
6.
Hey, read that stat line again.
Say that again one more time.
Boo-Wop know what this is. Boo-Wop, your last
Say
one
that
versus the
one more
Lakers.
time, bro.
Versus the Lakers. February 17th, 1966.
It's my mama's birthday.
Oh, well, shout out Mama Boo-Wop. 1966. He went 9 for 9, 30 points, 15 rebounds, 13 assists.
What? What?
1966.
Oh my God. 1966.
Oscar Robertson, man.
Give me the stat line. Give me the
Give
stat line one more time. One more time for the stat line.
30, 15, and 13.
30, 15, and
You said who? I thought DJ said somebody.
30, 15, and 30.
That ain't the big O. I don't know who to tell you it is, man.
30, 15,
You know who to
and
tell me it
13?
is, Boo-Wop.
1966.
How about Will Chamberlain?
That's what I'm talking about, DJ. It is Wilt the Stilt.
That's what I was thinking. I was gonna ask.
I'm like,
I
I'm
was
gonna
gonna
throw
ask
this
NBA or ABA
1966 in
shit.
there and watch these guys gonna
I
be fumbling over
I say Elvin
1966.
Hayes.
Like
I was gonna
couldn't.
ask
I didn't
NBA
know
or
if he was
ABA
already on the
shit.
Lakers or not. That's why I
Which
didn't
league we
think so
talking?
long.
this was the NBA, or NBA.
He was still in Philadelphia then.
He was on Philly, the Sixers. I have it right there. But yeah, that's it. That's the show. Let's get the final thoughts. Buwap, final thoughts.
Man, you already know. I apologize for my tardiness. Had a lot of running around to do today. But
So good.
you already know. You already know.
OT.
Let's get ready for opening day. Baseball's coming up, and I hope everyone has a great night.
Okay, DJ.
Fun night, fun show, guys. Y'all know we're gonna keep this thing rocking in the future. So let's get it.
Mulesh.
Well, y'all know what it is, man. Great basketball show today. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share. Follow the sports TikTok. Follow the sports Twitter. Be on the lookout for the Wednesday show, Gentlemen's Talk, and Thursday show. We got Zamar's player versus team.
PBT.
We got the Friday show on football Fridays. Follow the sports Twitter. And follow the
Going
sports
live
TikTok.
tomorrow.
Going live
TikTok
tomorrow.
live
So
Tuesdays.
be on the lookout for that. Our
Even though
live
we might
submit
not
on
have
TikTok.
TikTok for too much longer.
And yeah, man, we're gonna see you guys on Wednesday.
She, final thoughts. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate your
Of
presence.
course. Great show. Follow me on TikTok at Maria_Nels_sports. I'm calling it now. Mrs. Grizz is winning it all. That's
We're
why.
gonna talk about that later, Shamar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm pressing the button.